So I played a league yesterday. I felt like the deck was a land late, so I want to play an irrigated farmland as a 25th land. I want to sideboard 2 Chalice of the Void, I think. I think I'm going to cut the second Jace, to be quite fair. So those are my initial thoughts. Oh man, this soundtrack is always a banger. Question is what to cut for the Chalice of the Voids. Anyone have any suggestions what I cut for the Chalices? What's Omnath's on base percentage? Like 99%? It's really high, that's why it's like such a good card, obviously. That was a good to great question. Yeah, it was a pretty good question. To be expected from a good plan. Don't know about that. Anyways, trying to figure out what to cut for these chalices still, if anyone has any suggestions. Also kind of into playing a second Celestial Purge, I think. Oh, what's up, Anna? How you doing? You're having a good one? I kind of want to cut Fracturing Gust. How much is this deck on MTGO? I'll give you a hint. With all of the versions I have, it's 1300 plus. So, it's quite a bit. That's why it's called Moneyball. Yeah, it's not cheap. Really is not cheap, I will put it that way, yeah. What should I cut from my sideboard? I want to play these chalices in a second purge. I also was thinking about Aether Gust, but I kind of think that's not so good. Also thinking about Damping Sphere. I have a lot of, like, one-of cards I think are pretty good, but... I'm fine cutting the second Jace for Irrigated Farmland, I think, but... that might be crazy. I mean, I guess it's only a little bit crazy. It's not, like, super, super crazy. The thing is, like... I just want to hit that 4th land on 4 more often when I don't have Wrenn and Six going. All the games where you have Wrenn and Six going are... it's pretty easy to hit all of your land drops, obviously. Like, you actually usually float out in those games. Which is, like, usually the Wrenn and Six conundrum, because in the games where you don't have Wrenn, it's kind of painful. You don't hit your first, like, 5 or 6 land drops. Alright, I think I'm gonna cut the 3rd Fawn from the sideboard. And then, I'm not sure what else. What is Spreading Seas for? It has a lot of, like, small use cases. I sided in versus a deck that had 4 Cavern yesterday, Goblins. And it's, like, pretty good there, too. But yeah, mostly Urza Saga. It's obviously fine versus Tron. It's not, like, the end-all, be-all, but it is, like, a card that you would side in happily, I think is how I would put it. I'm still just thinking about the last card to cut before I try another league out. Right. Oh, Cleansing Wildfire also cantrips. Yo, Well-Wisher, what's up? Been a while, my friend. Yeah, 60 cards. I kind of think there are some reasons to play 60. I think regardless of which version, you should play at least Kahira or Yorion as a companion, because that mechanic is kind of messed up. Like, this is not the best Kahira deck, but it still does enough small things. Like, it's a pitch card for FOV and Endurance, and sometimes you need the closing speed. Speaking of which, maybe my last cut is, like... Maybe I don't need a second Purge. I don't know, is that crazy? I kind of wanted one, but... I played it in one league, and I went 4-1. I lost to Jund Goblins. Basically, I played mostly real matchups, I think. Actually, let me try to remember what I played against yesterday real quick for you. Let's see. This was Amulet Titan. This was Jund Goblins. I won versus Amulet in 3. I think that matchup kind of sucks, but your deck is kind of broken, and theirs is, like, sometimes broken. Let's see. What was Joel playing? I think this was Heliod. I just kind of butchered them because Heliod is not... Yeah, this was Heliod. Heliod, I don't think has aged well. Alright, that was Heliod. What else did I play against? This was Is It Murktide at 1 and 3, and the last person was White-Green Heliod splashing red for Ragavan and Karn the Great Creator, which was kind of mind-boggling that this was even a thing, but, you know, is what it is. So, yeah, I played against 2 Heliod-esque decks, which I don't think are very good versus this deck. Like, Prismatic Ending being a very clean answer to Heliod has made that deck significantly worse, and I think that's why you basically don't see it anymore. Like, and even with the Karn thing, like, I mean, Karn stuck for 2 turns, and then, like, eventually all of their stuff died, so who could even say what was going on there? Alright. I think I've decided I'm not going to play the second Purge. I'm going to try out 2 Chalices. Anyways, Stu was asking me earlier what deck I was playing, and this is it, Stu. I hope this answers the question for you. Irrigated farmland. It was actually neither of the versions you picked, Stu, which is kind of funny. Because this is, like, very different from both of the decks you listed. Is there a text version? I mean, okay. I'll give you a hint. I'm going to put this on Cardboard Live, and that should be a text version for you. Give me a sec, I'll put it on the thing. Yo, Anna Karina, thank you for gifting us up to Well-Wisher3. Well-Wisher3, a decent friend of mine I haven't seen in a while. I was thinking about going back to New York at some point, though, so I don't know. But I haven't done anything to think about it. Yo, Stu, thanks for subbing!
To do things get paid.
To do things get paid? Sick. I am doing things, in fact. Jarvis Clap is a really good emote. I'm glad you're spreading the gospel of Jarvis Clap. Oh, also Stu and Anna, should I open chests? Let me know if I should open chests. They're treasure chests, like, there could be anything inside. There could even be, like, a Pikachu. I guess there can't actually be a Pikachu, but... Do what my heart desires. Alright, I guess we're opening some chests. Will it make me happy? It might... If I open something really good, it will. So do you want to take on that responsibility, Stu? That if I don't open something good, I might be not that happy. Moneyball. I'm calling it Moneyball because Moneyball is just such a fantastic name for a deck. Anyways, we're starting prediction for the first match as well. So get your bets in if you want to. Are any of the unglued sets on MTGO? I don't think so. Basics are? Oh yeah, the basics are now. Anyways, get your predictions in if I'll win or not. You can just guess either yes or no. It doesn't really affect the outcome of anything. We'll open 1 or 2. Alright, banned Rampaging Ferocidon is back to taunt us. It's not worth anything. Or I don't think it's worth anything. Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. And 10 play points. That's probably below expectation. And let's see what else we got. Chandra Fire Artisan. When this card came out, people were super hyped about it. Turned out to not be that great, unfortunately, but... And Deflecting Palm, like, the most overrated card in Burn, like, just ever. But let's see if it's worth anything. Probably not. Yeah, it's 8 cents. Anyways, if you want to be as cool as Anna Parina or S Summers 55, consider hitting that Twitch Prime sub. Alright, let's go to the league. I don't need QPs. I have so many. I'm overloaded. You got a brand to promote? Cool. What's your brand to promote? Is it being cool? Alright, we got some matches to play. I might play 2 leagues tonight. We'll see how I feel after the first league is really how I do these things. You're very cool, yep. Yeah, you are. Predicted? Yes. Does someone want to bet no? You get very good odds on your 10 channel points if you bet no. Alright, my opponent doesn't have a companion, and this hand's just a snap keep. Any hand that has Wrenn and Six and 2 removal spells in this deck is just like an insta keep. When's our win at 5? Yeah, I think I understand what you're saying, Ocean Infinity. I think they probably put in a few too many free spells into the format. Definitely agree with that. They definitely have, like, spam the format with it. Teferi's also not a bad draw, but I'm going to play the Triome tap. I'm either fetching, I don't know what I'm fetching. That's not what I wanted to do. To pop that out. Question is, do I want to play around Blood Moon Vine and just fetch a forest? But does that even do enough? I don't think it actually does enough. I think probably I'm supposed to just fetch Temple Garden. And just take my losses to Blood Moon if it happens. That's one thing I don't really like about this deck, is Blood Moon is super, super insane versus you, but, you know. Okay. Well, that kind of sucks, actually, but I can't really play around it. They would fetch an island. Yeah. Well, maybe. If they only had one land in hand, they might not be able to, right? They bobbled me. Kind of hope I draw a land here. That's good. Any land's good, obviously. I'm just gonna jam. Teferi 3 is really good versus their deck. It's just, like, kind of incredible how insane it is versus them. Probably just gonna Solitude that. I mean, the second Omnath is not even really worth anything. Also, in Reanimator deck, it's fine. It's not my favorite. I mean, it also depends on how you want to build your Reanimator deck, too. Arcane of Cruelty is a really messed up Magic card, though. There's enough that I've lost to Blood Moon playing this type of deck before, like, multiple times. That's how I would put it. That's an insanely good draw, too. Alright, guess I'll fetch basic. Probably Plains. Because I'm missing my second white. And that might be relevant for Hardcast Solitude later. So, people have expressed concerns with time with this deck. I think this deck kills pretty quickly once it has control, actually. Torpor Orb is not as good versus this version. Like, you have a bunch of Planeswalkers that ignore Torpor Orb. But, yes, Torpor Orb is relevant. It's not, like... It's not the end-all, be-all. I don't like Jace and Teferi versus them. Bad versus Mystical Dispute. Bad versus a lot of things. Purge is coming in. My Dispute and my Veil. And I think I'm going to shave, like... Oh, I think Fawn sucks. I don't think Fawn's good versus Blue-Red Murktide, personally. Yeah, my opponent conceded to Omnath because they had 1 to 5 cards. The last cut is kind of tough. It might be Lonely Sandbar, actually, but I don't know if that's crazy. I mean, I talked about wanting a 25th land, but I think on the draw sometimes you can shave a land anyways. MTG bot usually breaks after they, like, patch things, so that's probably what's going on. I'm gonna cut the Lonely Sandbar. I also cut a bunch of my top end, so this also makes sense. Yo, what's up, the boat guy? Yeah, I'm channeling Honorog for you, since he's, like, not streaming nowadays. This is definitely an Honorog deck. I call it Moneyball, because, like, it costs a lot of money to build, and also wins a lot. I don't think that's the way you want to do it, Azax. I think that's just, like, not great. Yo, what's up, Ocean Infinity?
New chat icon for 12 months, laughing face.
Let me know if I should open a chest for you. This hand's pretty good, actually. It's a little bit soft to Blood Moon, but I'm going to play Strand on 1 and just reassess. But I'm definitely not mulling this hand. Alright. Yeah, sure. Okay. Guess I'll do that then. Alright. We'll see what I draw. This actually makes me want to play the Triome more. Oh, I have to wait until they're... kind of awkward. Alright, I'll see what they do. Obviously, if they get to, like, Counterspell to Solitude, it's not great, but let's see what they do, actually. Alright, I guess I'm gonna do it now. I was afraid if you do it on my turn and they just dash another one, it's not great. It sounds like Moneyball. So the reason I say it's like the opposite of Moneyball is, wasn't the defining characteristic of Moneyball that Billy Bean used low amounts of money very well? Like, the Yankees play Moneyball, but the Oakland A's didn't. They played, like... They played a scrappy, eke out your value Moneyball, right? Obviously, it doesn't really matter that much. I'm just, like, spewing nonsense, you know, for the most part. Winning with undervalue, yeah, that's a high war value. All right, so I'm gonna fetch Island this turn to play Counterspell if they force me to. But yeah, in this matchup, you just want to drag the game out because the longer the game goes on, the more you're favored. Jonah Hill, is that the Harvard student? All right, well, this is gonna be in time to cast Counterspell here. Just want to use my mana. I'm getting Island for sure because all my mana is all accounted for. Oh, it was Yale? Wasn't it Harvard in the movie? Yo, take your time, what's up? I saw you 5-0'd with Esper Standstill, except it wasn't actually Esper. Like, the deck dump lied. Okay, that's fine. Yale in the movie. He gets on base. Yeah, it's like he wins. Like, you might not look the prettiest, but it wins, you know? That's how I describe burn to people. You know, if a deck wins, it doesn't really matter how ugly or not ugly it looks, right? That movie is kind of a banger in a lot of ways, to be quite fair. And just land go. I'm not playing Teferi into Counterspell mana here. Future state? What does that mean? I've never heard that one. Stu. Actually, maybe I just... no, I want to leave up Purge, but there's... In some scenarios, you actually want to put Kier in hand, but I think I want to just leave up Purge on this turn cycle. It's like getting Ragavan would be kind of disastrous. Wish I could counterspell that. The future state is? Do people do that? I mean, that doesn't really sound smarter to me. It just... Whoa, why didn't they play the Channeler before the Bobble? That's so weird. They exiled Channeler from Iteration and played Bobble first. No, it's just a Modern League. I don't think I really care about that one. Not enough to use a Purge on it. People do it at your work? Sounds horrendous. Not gonna lie, like... Anyways, I'm hanging on to Purge because I don't think the Channeler is that threatening enough. Oh, especially not now. Should I just play it now? Probably, actually. Yeah, I saw that. It was really funny. I mean, I don't get to ambush this way, but I think I would rather just blank the counterspell by just doing it on my turn. It works out so much better for me. Alright. Remember when I predicted Blood Moon, chat? They left on top. Alright. We're gonna just take it slow. We're gonna take it easy, chat. I'm probably just gonna EOT Purge and then untap, play Teferi. But we'll see what they actually end up doing. Alternatively, if they end up tapping out for something, I could just Purge and try to counterspell, which would not be bad too. But I think I should just, like, take it slow, because, like, why rush, right? Rushing here is not really something I need to do, you know? Oh, did I side in Fury? Oh, you're supposed to side in Fury versus Blood Moon. I forgot about that, but, you know, whatevs. Yeah, I mean, well, also this... Okay. Now I'm definitely going to just EOT it. And then just untap an ending, probably, but we'll see what they do. I mean, this board state does not favor them. Matters. Let them tap mana? Problem is, like, it's actually hard for me to improve that much besides having what I have. Yeah, I think I just have to cast this. Blood Moon has mana fixing? I mean, like, the problem is... now I get to, like, deploy all my shit pretty easily, and it's kind of nice. The problem is, like, I don't actually have a second island in my deck, or a second plains. Yeah, I mean, if I had Fury in my deck, I probably would not take it this well, but... Show me your Fawn. Fine. They left one card on top of their library. It kind of has to be a good one, otherwise they don't really have a shot. Yeah, cool. I'm in really good shape now. Not drawing lands is not ideal. I don't really want them to use... I guess they'll always have Counterspell up, though. Just drawing one more land would be so good. Like, if I just drew another blue source, just waiting would be so much better then. It's not that easy for them to overpower me here. Like, this Endurance is literally just holding them off, like, forever. Just Force too much. Force actually lets me EOT Solitude, which means I can sort of set up a situation which is good for me. So, that'll be... Solitude will be the bait. Is this your type of Magic? Take your time? I feel like it is. Consider, huh? Yeah. They left on top. Okay. That's kind of terrifying. I don't think there's, like, a lot of cards I would leave on top. Probably only Counterspells, to be quite fair. I guess I might leave Blood Moon on top if I were them, but... You know what? Oh, I'm not even gonna cast it, because I think they're actually sitting on Murktide, probably. I'm just gonna wait to draw lands, which is not a heavy ask for my deck. Like, if I just draw lands, I'm in such a good position. I still have, like, let's see, I have 7 out of my deck. There's 17 left. So yeah, it just makes sense to wait, I think. Sick. We'll just take it easy. I mean, they can't really do much. Just kind of sick. Well, the bubble is pretty good. I kind of maybe think they haven't been surveilling aggressively enough, if I had to guess. I mean, when I played that deck, I surveilled pretty aggressively, because there's, like... Oh, I guess you don't actually want Delirium, is the other thing, right? What's up, handsome Mark? Yo, you want to use your Twitch Prime sub here? Because if you do, it's greatly appreciated. You can see what I draw. That's funny, actually. That's actually a really good card to draw here. What do you get here? Awesome emotes. The best emotes on Twitch. We'll see if they have a counterspell. Look. That emote is god tier. You can't really disagree with that, right? Let them resolve their surveils first. But I am obviously going to fight here. If they have another counterspell, so be it. Then I'm just going to untap and play Teferi. Oh, they're cycling, okay. Oh no, wait, what? When did that Spell Pierce go in the stack? Yo, Mark, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Alright, okay, I guess they got me with the Spell Pierce. That's fine, though. Now their things have to attack. So... That sales? Hmm. That's actually fine. I think what I'm gonna do is just play Wrenn, pick up a land, and say go with Counterspell up. Alright. We can always break the jar for Solitude pitching to Teferi. It has to attack, yeah. Right. They've used 3 Counterspell. I'm not going to give them credit for another one, really. Even still, like, I'm only going to 12. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You know? Solid fountain. I guess I should let them resolve the surveils. On top. Right. Okay. Good beats. If they kill my Wrenn, I'm not even convinced I care about it. Like, I don't really need it for anything. Obviously, it would be nice to have, but I don't really need it, you know? Oh, I'm just gonna Solitude. Or I can just, like... I'll see what they kill. If they attack me, yeah, they're just killing the Wrenn. I don't care. I kind of suspected that they would. Now they're playing Merc, which I also expected them to have in hand based on the game, how the game played out. So if they play another Merc out, then I'm probably just going to play Iteration looking for Supreme Verdict. I have 2 in my deck. There's 35 cards left. So it's like not unreasonable to expect to draw one. Or find one, rather. I don't know if we... I guess I could play Teferi, bounce that, and hardcast Solitude. This has to get a shock land, unfortunately, because that's how the deck's mana is constructed. I think that's fine. I think that's better than the alternatives. They've been through 3 Counterspell. Okay, they fawned, pitching, Murktide. Alright. So now I'm just going to untap and hardcast. Or I'm just going to hardcast this. I go to 9, but I don't think they left a lightning bolt, personally. Foundry, probably. Alright. They're out of cards, finally. I still have an iteration behind. So, I actually feel okay about my shots. You know? Obviously, if I get bolted out, I get bolted out, but whatever. Not great. You thought it was Brainstorm? You like Counterspell, though, right? I thought you were a huge Counterspell fan. God, I can't believe I lost from that board state. That's really unfortunate. I had a lot of looks for Verdict, or even Omnath stabilizes the board. Will they Counterspell something randomly? Nope. Oh, I could have Oh! I should have Cohered for +1 life, you're right. Wait. I cycled... Yeah, no, I should have Cohered. That's so much better. That gives me another life. Then I have another turn cycle with all of this stuff. Maybe they'll attack my Wrenn with both. Gosh, I was feeling so good about this game. Oh, also I could have just cycled looking for... Oh no. Nothing really works. Yeah, not getting and playing the Kahira was a huge punt. Yeah, I took too much damage, but the problem is I fetched all my basics, and there weren't other turns to sneak in the shocks. Well, we still have game 3. Definitely could have played it better. I should have just gotten Kahira and played it. Then I block here, and then, like, who knows what happens. Like, I have an Omnath plus a fetch land is just, like, a gain 8, so, you know. Did goof it. Alright, Fury's back in. And I'm going to cut... I don't know. What do you think I should cut, chat? I think Fury is really good versus them, actually. I might also need the Lonely Sandbar back in on the play. Maybe I just don't bother with Fury, actually. I want Fury, but then what am I cutting? I think I need the 25th land in on the play as opposed to the draw. Because it, like, kind of doesn't work otherwise. Alright, I'm not going to bother with Fury, but I could definitely believe I'm supposed to have it. Cutting Wrenn. Not cutting any of these. Maybe it's just Veil, actually, but the way that they played Veil is really good versus them. I'm not sure. I'm sort of overloaded on cards I want. It's kind of weird. Alright. 1 endurance it is. I don't think that's actually right, but I don't know what else to cut. Also, there's like merit to Chalice on the play versus them. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try to just bamboozle them on the play. And I'll cut like 1 Wrenn. I'm just trying a new plan on the play. I think Chalice on the play is a lot better than Chalice on the draw versus them as well. Exactly, Well-Wisher, exactly. All the cards are really good, so I can't say no to any of them. I'd rather lose than mulligan. This is, like, not an exciting hand, obviously, but I think it's keepable. I'm probably going to end up cycling that Triome. That's why I didn't play it. Alright, this is going to get Island, and this is going to get Forest. Or that's the plan. I get to fetch multiple times before the Blood Moon happens, so that's the other appealing thing about this hand, to be quite fair. Also, I think this deck just needs all of its lands, so I don't actually want to mulligan a hand that looks like that. Like, if you want to mulligan 5 lands Prismatic Ending to Teferi, I do not think this is the deck for you. Which sounds weird to say, obviously, but I just kind of think that's how it is, you know? Maybe I'll hold off on the fetch decision because I don't actually know if they're going to Blood Moon me or not. Maybe that's crazy, though. That's weird, because that is actually the card I would have fetched for with this. I think I'm just going to take it slow and not even bother doing anything this turn. We'll play the same game we did last game, except we'll try to fetch. Yeah, if they have it, or if they'll jam it, is what I'm thinking. But here they're not even really incentivized to play it, I think. Like, it's not even that. Okay, well. Oh, God. I think. I should have gotten Sacred Foundry, I think, actually, but because I'm getting Forest off that, so I should have gotten Sacred Foundry. But I don't think it actually matters. I was thinking about, like, a potential Endurance, but, you know, whatevs. Okay. I'm just gonna get Forest now. Because now I think, like, if they have Blood Moon, and the situation looks like this, they will definitely... Oh, never mind. I guess I'm casting that one instead. Oh, shit! I cannot cast it like that. These overlap with that. I should have played the Stomping Ground. Okay, well... I guess the backup plan is not that bad. Make them waste time. If they attack my Teferi, it's fine. I should have played... I should have just thought about it. I'm normally good about that, but I forgot. What? Okay. Is that even good? Why wouldn't you just dash trying to kill it? I'm very suspicious about what's going on here. I'm guessing this. I feel like they have, like, dispute or something, but if they dispute this, that's fine. Well, they didn't dispute me, so... Alright. You have the spell pierce? If you do, so be it. Otherwise... Okay, they don't... Yeah, they did go bobble DRC last game, so there have been a few spots where they could have tightened things up. Alright. Now I am Ragavan proof because of Chalice of the Void. I think this actually worked out slightly better for me, which is kind of funny. Alright, I guess I spoke too soon, but whatevs. I mean, they can't actually cast anything either. Like, this probably does favor me slightly. I mean, they can't cast shit, so, and they only have 3 islands in their deck. And all of their 1-drops are turned off, so, like, is this even good for them? No, I don't actually think so, you know? Yeah, I sided in Furies. Didn't. This would be a really good Fury game, actually. Wait, what? Isn't that just incorrect? Judge? Bobby? Someone? Well-wisher? Someone? It's bugged. Let's see. It's bugged. No, I think they... Charles someone stops dashing Ragavan, yeah. That was so funny. Obviously, it's, like, completely irrelevant, but, you know, it is funny that it did that. But this works okay? So weird. This is why I kind of wanted 1 Aether Gust in the deck too, but, you know, whatevs. Well, this is a fun game. Chalice vs. Blood Moon is such classics. It's such classics. Classic motos. Oh, yes. It's kind of like a rel thing. Yeah, I could have. Obviously, like, it didn't play out well for me, but... Discarding Lightning Bolt. You targeting something important? Oh, yeah. Thank you. I do want that. Thank you. Sending... I really appreciate the tag. Yeah, that's my thinking. Wrenn wins us the game. So does, Plains, obviously. Sure. Because eventually I can get to a point where I just spam Expressive Iteration. So then I'll find the planes by looping through my deck in multiples of 3, like, essentially. Oh, I should actually just be taking Cyclers. Yeah, I should have just taken the Cycler. Whoops. Alright, and discard, like, this and this. I don't know. I'm not sure it actually matters. One Japanese. Oh my god! Alright, now they're dead. Now they're just like blue Dobbs, I think. Alright. My opponent didn't want to play anymore. Yeah, the Plains was going to win the game. I think the land sequencing, I actually fucked it, which cost me a little bit. Maybe it actually even cost me a lot, you know? But Chalice for 1 was better than their Blood Moon, so... Alright, pay the prediction out. I'm going to start another prediction, get more water. I'll be back for match 2 in a second. Thanks for being here. If you want to support the stream, hit that follow button. That's free to do. And if you really want to support the stream and want to be as cool as The Handsome Mark, Ocean Infinity, or S. Summers or Anna Perina, consider using a Twitch Prime sub here. Be right back for match 2. Alright, I'm back. Oh, I do owe a chest to, Handsome Mark, I assume. Always wants me to open. Seems like a handsome Mark maneuver. Alright, Rhyme Feather Owl, which is not a very good card, and 10 play points. So, way below expectation. Alright, let's get the second match going. Any predictors if I'm gonna win the second match or not? I can't believe that game happened like that. That was such a crazy one. Betting the odds, fair enough. I respect a good value bet. I opened a chest for you, and I got 10 play points and a Rhyme Feather Owl. Also, I said you were cool for using a Twitch Prime sub, so... Yes, I would like to play it. No, I mean, yeah, I guess, but Bolt is the best in the slot, so I'm not gonna deviate from it. What lands do I want to get? Probably just planes, honestly, to not take a million damage. I'll just play like a tap Steam Vents on turn 1. It's literally pauper legal. Well, the Bolt I'm using at least is black bordered, so that makes it more expensive, right? Oh, also it's Kahiran here. It's likely to be a 4C mirror. So I want to be careful about that too. Possible that I just wanted to bluff Counterspell right there, but, you know. Might be Elementals, I guess. Still could be Elementals. Looks like Reclamation. Okay. Sure. I think I'm just going to fetch for Temple Garden and play my Teferi and just plus it this turn. Play 1 4C in our deck for sure. Not about that really, but I don't really want to bounce this Wrenn. Obviously, that's just like a bad use of resources, but They might have Shark Typhoon in hand, I think is what they're thinking about. The Verdict looks really useless for some. So probably Tarn hand bottom, or ETH hand bottom Verdict play Tarn, plus Fairy. Then I can also cycle the Sandbar this turn, which is kind of nice. They might have Shark Typhoon, obviously, but I don't think that actually matters terribly much. My life total matter. Maybe a little bit, but I think I can shock once. Alright, cool. So I can Omnath into Jace. Seems really powerful. White, green, blue, red. Oh wait, my Breeding Pool and Howdon are out of my deck. Am I supposed to just play Jace then? Yeah, probably then. I don't actually have a blue source left to go get. I don't know either. Brainstorm. Always brainstorm. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. I think I can ditch one Solitude. And I have Sandbar in the graveyard, so I can probably ditch the irrigated farmland. Yeah, anyways, this is another strength of the 4C deck. I think the 4C deck is really good versus, like, the straight blue-white variants as well. I mean, you're basically just gaining 2 more colors for not much cost because it's not like they, like, push you down quickly or whatever, you know? I think I'm gonna get Ketria Triumph deck. No land is kind of not great, but I could iterate past it. I guess I could, shit. fine. I'll just iterate to clear it out. So what I could do, which I'm not going to do, is I could hypothetically downtick this to get a card, and then just play another one plus that one. Actually, maybe that is good. I don't mind mid-range magic, but it's obviously not for everyone. Okay. Do I want to kill the Spreading Seas? I might, actually. And just have it all, of course. Is Hammer Time not an aggro deck? That's my question for you. People will call Murktide Delver, but it isn't really, in my opinion. Fairy is too valuable. Plus, if I didn't do that, I would be discarding a lot anyways, so... I haven't, but it sounds good, you know? Force play. Dark Tips unban when? That's probably never happening in this format. So this person almost certainly has a bunch of Dovin Vetoes in their sideboard. That's something to think about. Possible I could have sequenced this slightly better, but I'm kind of in garbage mode, which is like, no matter what I do here, I think my opponent eventually dies. With 3 Planeswalkers, like a bunch of cards in hand that do things, you know? I kind of just have it all. Full 4 of a kind, chat. Full 4 of a kind. Is there a fifth walker? No. I don't have the 5 of a kind. This is kind of unreal nonsense. Alright, take a quick screenshot. F4. Alright, I just have to make sure I don't get abused by time, obviously. 4 walkers plus Omnath, yeah, that's like a 5th walker, I guess. I'm gonna just untap Steam Vents and Hot Fountain. Shark Typhoon is like kind of a worrisome card in these mirrors. Omnath is the Megazord they all get to fight. Guess so. I don't know. Like, Coalition Victory. Yeah, this is garbage time. I just have to make sure not to run out of time, obviously. That's like the worry, but they're probably gonna verdict this. Sure. Chalice on 1? Chalice on 0? Okay, sure. They accidentally misclicked, I guess. Yo, what's up, Borneo? Welcome back. Just gonna speed kill them with Jace. That card doesn't do anything. It's just a over-glorified divination. Oh, I clicked play a instead of only sandbar. Whoops. Do not think it'll matter in the slightest. They're definitely playing for time. Just fine. This is what Legacy would look like if you banned Days. Maybe, I don't know. Bolting them out. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, actually that was faster. I'll have enough red. I have 2 red, I can untap. I can also fetch as Steam Vents. So that probably works. Bolting them. Ironically, if they had Chalice correctly, this wouldn't really be a thing. But I think you are right there, though. So just do that. I should have just auto-yielded to that Castle Mantras. I should have just bolted them faster. Alright. Okay, behind by 2 minutes 40 seconds. It's not the end of the world, but obviously it might matter. I actually don't think Lightning Bolt's great. Also, Supreme Verdict is quite bad. Endurance is good. Dispute and Veil are both good. The question is, what's the last card to cut? I think Endurance is just good as a flash threat, but, you know. I wonder if I can cut exactly 1 Solitude. Vintage Q over? I believe it is over, actually. Jaspa. That answers your question. Golem drafts her up, but don't tell Watsy. Fair enough. I think I'm gonna cut 1 Solitude, but that might be crazy. I don't think it's like that great in the matchup. I mean, obviously it's fine, but it's fine at killing sharks, and that's basically the only use for it. Anyways, my opponent really got their time bank worth out in that game. No. Hand's really good as well. I'm just gonna play fetch on 1. This is like kind of scary actually, but also, if we get into a situation where we both have Teferi 3, I think that actually favors me. So, I'm just thinking about that. Yeah, fine. That's less fine, for whatever. This is still a draw too, but that's not really what I wanted. The problem is the whole draw go thing is not really that good for me, because the issue is there's a multiple issues actually. Wonder Forest. Oh, you get Island. Cycle this. I was gonna say the big issue with that for me is Shark Typhoon makes those games really not that easy. Obviously, Dispute's a great draw there. Because Dovin's Veto will be sad. Sad. I am sad. Of course. Alright, shit. I guess I'll spend my turn casting 2 pendings on it. Nope. Okay. This is the kind of game I don't want to play, actually. Like, I think I'm probably gonna slowly lose, to be quite fair. May not even be that slow. Sure. Probably price that, unfortunately. Shit. Pretty dead now. Yeah, I mean, it comes with the territory. I should have tapped an island, actually, but whatever. This is a tough one, chat. I'm gonna lose this game almost for sure. And also, like, the time might be an issue. So, if it starts to go... If it keeps going south, I might just concede for time's sake. Just, like... Something I don't really like to do, but you should really know when you're beat, you know? And also, because of my lands, I actually... that's also bad. Oh, what happened to the Temple Garden? Oh, shit. I can't even... Wait, oh, both of them are in my hand. That was really bad, too. God damn it. I was like, where's my green source? Well, let's see if they try that again, I guess. I was hoping to get some time back on them. Just auto yield to everything, but yield. So, okay. Small one, I guess. Guess not. So, do I even have a good draw in my deck? Okay. Due to a time issue, I'm going to concede here. If I was ahead on time, I probably wouldn't, but since I'm behind, like, I think you're probably supposed to. Okay, do I want to change anything? Really? Spreading Seas might be okay, actually. Just for the creature lands. I actually wonder, like, this card's not even that good versus them. Like, I think I would rather have Spreading Seas, like, 2 Spreading Seas instead of 2 Pendings versus them. Because if the creature lands the Castle Vantress, all of that stuff together, I think, means I'm supposed to have Spreading Season instead of 2 Pendings. Otherwise, like, it's just so easy to lose to their utility lands based on how I'm configured. Just give me a turn 2 Wrenn and Six deck. Turn 2 Wrenn with the lands to cast it. Alright, yes, perfect. I think I want to cycle the Sandbar in one, actually. So lucky. A little bit lucky, yeah. Getting green-white. Depending it, that's fine. Like, I still get a good exchange, then I can start casting my other things. Didn't even pending it. Nice. I believe what I should just do is just fetch for a basic and pick it back up. Maybe I can get one more shock. Play. And I don't really want to play stuff into Counterspell. Next turn I'll probably play Teferi into a Counterspell, but that's fine. Or maybe I should just wait one more turn, because then I can... Okay, well, that's really good, too. Yeah, I mean, Wrenn is so insane versus these decks. Like, it's such a problem for them, you know? I think what I'm going to do is just play Endurance at some point and just protect it with both Veil and Dispute. Probably on their end step, actually. If they cycle a Shark Typhoon, I will absolutely just play Endurance. Sure. Fine. That's bold. Although I guess they really don't have options by this point. I mean, the Wrenn basically forced them into a position where they have to cast things, you know? And that's really just not where you want to be. Your points feel unsafe? Yeah, I do not think they're very safe unless like a meteor lands on my house. I'm gonna shuffle their graveyard in because they might have Snapcaster. Oh wait, they have Kahira? Okay. I don't want to shuffle my graveyard in. Maybe I just shuffle no graveyards in. Yeah, I don't shuffle any graveyards in then. I think I'm just gonna play Tef this turn. I don't want to commit too much mana. And I'm gonna play this tap. 2 for 3. Oh, I didn't use it? Whoops. I had used it. Forgot to use it, actually. Okay, my opponent actually conceded instead of trying to time me out, so that's kind of nice. I guess this kills really quickly. Playing a little bit too fast. Alright, that was kind of a satisfying win, although it lasted basically forever. Doing another prediction for the next match. Get your bets in if I will win match 3 with Money Pile. We are currently 2-1 twice in matches played today. I mean, Wrenn and Six is one of the reasons to play this deck. One of the reasons to play this deck over, I would say, Azorius. Like, because basically the game got warped around it right there. Because if I'm just going to hit all my land drops and eventually find a cycling land, they can never ever win. In this version, I mean, I'm playing 3 cycling lands now, so it's like not that unreasonable I find one every game, you know? Actually, I'm playing 4. I'm playing 4 cycling lands in my 25 lands, so... I'm just thinking about if I have another league in me after this, given how exhausting these games can be sometimes. It's a bit grindy. Alright. We'll start the next match. Do the Wacky Keep format? What is it? What's the Wacky Keep format? I don't actually know what it is. Oh, that's not up. That's a Christmas thing. That's like, that'll be up during the holidays. Right. Next match coming up. Get your bets in. Yeah, it's Supreme. It's the Supreme Vintage Cube Draft. I don't really enjoy that. I tried it like once and it wasn't great. No companion from my opponent. I'm gonna keep. This hand's pretty good. This is a really nice sample hand, though. Like, I have a double white card, a Stomping Ground, a Rug Triumph, and a Lonely Sandbar. This is just like peak Modern right here. I guess, well, not quite peak Modern, but you know what I mean. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, so it's Affinity? This is the blue-red plan? You might want to... The link might be more helpful. Might be a problem. Okay. Have they mostly cut Inkmoth Nexus? Because I think that's like the scariest card. Like, I don't actually know if they've cut Inkmoth Nexus or not by this point. Definitely do not want to draw Ralgruin Triumph, and now I will cycle my Lonely Sandbar. I mean, people play it. I don't think it's great, but, you know, my hand's a little bit slow. They can attack me for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 next turn. Urza Saga is a huge boon for the deck, but obviously, like, there's a million good Urza Saga decks, so I'm not sure that this is, like, better than the other ones, to be quite fair. Uh-oh. That one's pretty good, actually. That one just, like, regens, like, a Construct or a Pesper or something, so... This one you actually do want to Counterspell here, which looks funny as hell, but... If it was Wrath of God, obviously I wouldn't give a shit about a Welding Jar, but... Since it is Verdict, I do care about that Welding Jar. Opponent's like, what the hell is going on here? It should be pretty clear why I would Counterspell a Welding Jar, though. I think it's pretty clear anyways. Yeah, Verdict traded uncounterability. Ah, shit. Well, I guess they hit me for a bunch, but they don't make a construct. But I'm never fawning that plating. Although I am at 4, which is not the safest. Okay. If that was a surprise to my opponent, then whatevs. If they have Gingerbread, I'm actually dead, which is kind of funny, but let's hope there's no Gingerbread in their deck. I can't really do anything about the Brute anyways, so, you know, Mai's right. Is that better than getting... Oh, okay. I guess I was... Oh, shoot! Ah, I F6 through the fawn! God damn it. I should have fawned. Obviously, I'm likely to lose, but, you know, I should have done it. Like, if I just draw pending off the top. Okay, I guess I was dead. But, that was really bad. Don't really like Teferi versus them. The other Fury should come in. Teferi 5 can come out. I think I can side out exactly one cycling land, and it's probably... I mean, it matters often enough that I'm not supposed to do that, but in that particular realization of the game, it wouldn't have mattered. Is Chalice good? I don't really think so. I mean, you could make a case for it, I suppose, but it's not my favorite way to play versus them. Anyways, I think I'm gonna cut... I think I'll just cut Lonely Sandbar. I've lowered my curve a bunch. I've cut a 4 and a 5 drop and a bunch of 3s. So I think it's okay to cut the Sandbar in this matchup. The Chalice is definitely close, though. I'm waffling on it. Okay, I accept. I'm gonna play Sacred Foundry on turn 1. Yeah, that's the problem. I think it should be 1, but there's also, like... I don't want to cast pendings for more than 1. I could Chalice on 0, but I don't think that's actually that insane versus them as well. So, my conclusion was I don't actually really want to Chalice versus them that much. Does that make sense? I think I'm just going to play Explosives for 0 this turn and use it, probably, and see what they do. Not a reason to pop it yet, I think. Oh, the reason to pop it is more frogmites, I guess. Oh, no. Okay. They spend their entire turn killing my Wrenn, I don't really care. Like, they could conceivably have plating equipped, but that's fine. That's the one I was saving the spreading keys for. They are going for my Wrenn, which makes me happy. Well, happier anyways, I suppose. The Spreading Seas Saga interaction, I think, is like kind of nonsensical that it works that way, but also kind of a good check on the card. Because it's like a really powerful card. Like, I'm not sure it's like... It's kind of not okay that it does so much, you know? Right, they're making a treasure. Or... Is that even good? I think I'm just gonna kill the Memnite. My Wrenn. I don't really need more lands. Like, I have plenty as it is, so I'm gonna end up cycling the farmland end step. Like, if I just play a stable game, I think I'm gonna win, you know? Alright. Okay. I think I'm gonna get Island. Yeah, I'm gonna get Island off of this. Oh, need something good, deck. That plays. Cool. I guess that super plays. Those are both indestructible. I think I just want to cast Fov this turn cycle on whatever they play. Like, please, so. And if they do nothing, I can just kill those two creatures on step and take 3 damage. It's not a big deal. I guess I should worry about if they have... Okay, well, I guess I can find out, but... I guess I should worry if they have, like, Trap Blast into Galvanic Blast or some nonsense like that, but... Oh, that's kind of brutal, actually. Alright, I guess they got me. Just gonna kill all of their stuff. I really didn't have Stubborn Denial on my radar. Not gonna lie. Your turn. A relatively clear board. I have an irrigated farmland I can pick up for cycling value. I have an iteration, obviously, so feeling decent about my chances. Now, the way I think I probably lose is if they chain 2 burn spells together. Yo, Geeky Jackson, thanks for the 50-person raid. Hope you had a good stream. What were you playing, and how did you do? Also, if you're new to this stream, hit that follow button. That's free to do and help support this stream. So, thanks for showing up. Yeah, it does. I mean, trophy's a trophy. It's just science, you know? As I think single limb cubes are pretty tough anyways, so... Oh yes, they're Galv blasting that. Galv blasting that instead of me. You love to see it. Sure. I do not think this is how you want to approach this matchup. I think cards that do not kill me have a very high cost. That card's not even in my deck first thumb. Like, see? It's over here. Kind of funny though. Just gonna fetch a basic and hard cast this. Getting a lifelinker into play is worth something, you know? You can have it target nothing as well. It also says up to one other, so it can't even target itself. I wonder if they still play Ravager. Most of the lists I saw cut Arcbound Ravager, but you never know. People could just play whatever they want, you know? It's a really good one, actually. But this has lifelink, so I'll attack first. It's like we're just gonna be lifelink tribal this game. Just, you know, a good way to go. Game 4. I'm saving this only for Urza Saga. I'm not casting on anything else. Here into hand. And we say go. Good luck, opponent. My cards are broken. I saw hardcast Force of Vigor this game and got Stubborn Denial, but it was on a Memnite and a Frogmite, so it's like... kind of whatevs, you know? Just kind of funny. Podcast? Cycle Sojourner's Companion. Oh my god. Silly Mirror Enforcers. They just got another Silver Vault Bridge. Sure. Plan's obviously pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can just get a tap plan as well. Just cast everything from my hand. We'll just click some buttons. Hey, what's up, Log T1? Why do you unfollow and refollow every time? I haven't really figured that out, but yes, this is like classic, all good cards. Well, welcome back, Log T1. You're always welcome here. Alright, Game 3 versus Blue-Red Affinity. I like how they Pithing Needle a card that's not even in my deck. That's the thing I enjoyed the most that game, to be quite fair. I may just cut my counterspells on the draw. Like, they're pretty atrocious. On the play, I think you should have them, but on the draw, I think it's probably reasonable to cut some number. I think I'm gonna put... Let's see... I don't really want the chalices. Fairy's fine. Probably the land. How's the list feel? We're 2-0 so far. Feels good. I mean, obviously that's not a large sample size. That's what I want to do. I want 2 Fawns, 1 Teferi in the 25th land and on the draw. 2 Fawns, 1 Teferi. Because I think fawning a plating or something could matter a lot on the draw. Yeah, I follow only chat. I guess that's probably why then. Fair enough. I've had a lot of like weird experiences with bots. Log T1. No ephemerate. No, this is not the ephemerate list. Alright, I'm keeping. I actually was running numbers. What's up, Squirrel Loot? Obviously, this looks kind of crazy, but I think Solitude and Fury are so good in this matchup that I think you're supposed to keep a hand that looks like this. Now that's a problem, obviously. I just thought the deck was a short 1 land. Boom Veil. That's all there is to it. I don't really have another reason besides that, you know? Disaster, but we still have time. I can cast Pending on that, so... Moneyball, you love this deck? Let's see. I kind of wonder if they don't have an untapped land. Thought about it, but I don't think the Shadow Spear matters that much, honestly. Nice. So close to being the perfect land. I think I should just cast Anticipate, though. I think it's like an error not to. Because I have such a good turn lined up, even if I draw land anyways. And suppose I just draw Force of Vigor. So, pending hand, bottom, exile Solitude, Solitude pitch Omnath. Yes. This is fine still, like... I don't really need the second Omnath. It's, like, actually a dead card. Also, kind of good that I got past that clump of spells as well. Like, now I've just, like... There are 2 non-land cards on the bottom of my deck, essentially, instead of me drawing them slowly, you know? Yeah, I played Yori on Moneyball in the back. I think that deck's pretty good too, Smurf. I basically think if you put Wrenn and Six, Teferi, Counterspell, iteration in your deck, you probably have a good... You probably have a good deck, you know? As long as you just play the broken MH2 and MH1 cards, like, you're in a good shape in the format. They got Stringleaf Drum, which makes a lot of sense. I don't know, Smurf. My suspicion is I like Yorion slightly more, but, you know, it's kind of close. Waiting. Fine. Okay. That's less fine, but... Okay, I'm gonna untap and Fury their shit then, probably. Emery's a weird one. I don't think I've seen a lot of those lists that play Emery. Ironically, I still cannot cast Wrenn and Six, nor would it do that much. So, I think it's Fury, Pitch... Oh, maybe I should just cast this. Well, I kind of want to cast the Pending on Drum as well. So I think it's Fury, Pitch, Wrenn, and Pending the Drum. And I think Omnath will be a good follow-up, plus it's another white card. So this is a 2-for-2 exchange, except I spent 0 mana. And also just keeping them off permanents obviously matters, I think, a lot. I don't think the plating or the Shadow Sphere are that important. I really think the Drum is the most important card right there. I can always pick up... Oh, that's kind of okay for them, I suppose, but that's probably gonna be fine. So I was about to say, like, I mean, sure, they can bonk me for 4 a turn, but I don't think that's likely to kill me. I mean, obviously it could, and then I'll regret it, but... I'm down 2 pendings, which matters. They didn't even equip. It means that they have Stubborn Denial in their hand. I'm just gonna get Breeding Pool and cast my Omnath. If they have Mystical Dispute, I'll regret it, but whatever. I don't think they do. I'm getting Breeding Pool because I could pop back Endurance. Their deck played Rebuke? Oh, I suppose it could. Okay. I'm reading them for Stubborn Denial here, though, because that's what they did last game. Alright, I guess it was Galvanic Blast, but that's fine. Well, apparently not, because he Gal Blasted me. Loading Jar. Alright, Solitude does not care about Loading Jar. Like, I'm just gonna untap and hardcast Solitude to play around Rebuke, you know? I mean, I take 5 once, but that's not a big deal. Okay, I guess I just get it all. That was an insane draw. I have a Plains to go fetch. Remember when I kept a one-lander in the draw? I missed once, but didn't matter. Pepperidge Farm remembers, too. You can have 5 life. Oh my god! Chat, look at this! Look at this money pile go! I'm paying to win. That's really what's going on. Brr. I know. Money tribe will go burr. I could have Spreading Seas that, but I don't think their bridge matters whatsoever. You know. Fire pile? Oh yeah, you're right. You know what? In honor of that, Kelv, we'll change it real quick. There you go, Kelv. So the record thing got broken. Or maybe it's... Hold on. Sad. Hold on. How did the record thing get broken? Let me see. Might be on MTG Bot's side. I don't know. It appears to be broken, but whatever. So... Okay. Alright, well, now they're just screwed. Actually, I could bounce my Solitude, but I think that's worse than just bouncing either one of these. I'll just bounce the Ornithopter. Which is, like, not a play you would make very often, but I think it's actually correct here. Let's see. I guess I'll just play a bunch of gain 4s. Not a huge reason to just, like, make mana and play Spreading Seas. I don't think it does very much again. Everyone asks? Nobody ever asks? Yeah, Oko and Uro are kind of out there in terms of power level. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, losing to this as a fair deck also seems not that much fun, to be quite fair. Like, it doesn't seem that fun to me personally. Love this track. Yeah, this track's pretty good. Yep, Money Pile was designed to beat Fair. So, is a better name Money Pile or Fire Pile? I'm still trying to figure that out. It depends on the Unfair deck, I think, actually, but your point is obviously well taken. Alright. We are 3-0 in this league. I'm going to start another prediction real quick. And after those two matches, kind of need a few minutes. But we'll start a prediction real quick. I'm going to use the restroom real quick, get some water. Thanks for being here. If you want to support the stream, hit that follow button. That's free to do. If you really want to support the stream, consider using a Twitch Prime sub. Thank you, and I'll be right back in a few minutes. Alright, back for match 3, or match 4. We got some predictions in? We do, we got some heavy betters. Let's see, what did I miss? The best Money Pile version is the one, blah blah blah. I don't think money has linear utility, actually, so I disagree with that. And also, since win rates cap out at 1, it actually can't work that way. It would have to be a function that actually has upper limit, but is monotonically increasing. Sungjin, why? My opponent's playing Belcher! Okay. Who brought the Belcher on me? Alright, oh, this hand's good versus Belcher. I'm getting Belchered. Opponent's going to 5, though, and I do have a Fawn in my opening hand, so... Why did you wager? Because you wanted to have fun. Obviously, I know this person, so I'm joking slightly, but I do not want to be belched. Hope I draw only counterspells. Which is obviously not that likely. Spikefield Hazard? Yeah, couldn't... What deck do we think this is? You get belched? Wait, Shop, whose side are you on? I really wish one of these lands could go fetch planes, but, you know, whatever. Get rich. Besides the people in their cannon. Whoa, Danny, whose side are you on? I'm just gonna get a basic. We're on the side of Belcher? What the hell? I'm pretty sure a Goblin Char Belcher in Modern is not the People's Cannon. What's the opposite of the People's Cannon? That's what it is. Okay. They're building up for something. I kind of want to see what happens here. Alright, well, that's not particularly interesting. No, I don't think so. I don't think that really accomplishes much. I'm gonna... Well, I'm gonna consider pending that treasure now. I should by this point. They can sack the treasure, which is kind of why I didn't want to do it before, but now I think I should, now that they're low in resources. Blood Moon is still really good versus me right here, which is kind of ironic, but... Yeah. Okay, what is this? Manamorphose? Okay. That's because I forgot about Yorion with a lot of other decks, so I'm trained to not forget about it anymore. Okay, there we go. That's cooking with gas. That's also cooking with gas. I'm gonna deny them. Obviously they can... Whoa! Sungjin, you don't want to do that, my friend. I wasn't trying to get them, I was just doing it because it's correct to LD your treasure. They just true reforged the soul. That's definitely reforged the soul. Well, I found 2 fawns. There's only 2 fawn in my main deck. But now I'm gonna just plus. I'm just gonna plus on them to make sure they don't draw anything good. Is that good? No. And I'm just gonna cast both of these creatures out to like put a clock on them. What does that do? Does that kill me somehow? I mean, probably. I'm just gonna bottom it because I don't want to figure it out. I mean, I'm wondering if they can actually beat me through what's going on, but maybe they can, so it's just better to like bottom it and not worry about it. Alternatively, I could just be brainstorming every turn looking for a counterspell because I think one counterspell probably locks it up. But you just get like 2 Reforge? Yeah, that's fair. Then I shouldn't really mess with it. Alright, they didn't let me get them. I'm not actually trying to get them. It's just like, I think it's actually strategically correct to LD their shit at this point, you know? Alright, I'm gonna just look for Counterspell, not mess with it. Yeah, I know what Recross literally does, but I couldn't figure out if they could make a pile that would actually win from where they're at, you know? It's kind of terrifying, but I don't think it really goes anywhere. Okay, I was really scared! I was like, really? You feed into Belcher? But they didn't. Also, who said this was a bad matchup, Kappa? I want that person to come back. Was it Smurf? Smurf, come back. I assume... Actually, I should probably look at how a Belcher deck looks to determine if I actually want Chalice for some. It's decent versus everything that doesn't cast Dark Ritual is how I would put it. And it's not very good versus Dark Ritual, but, you know, that's kind of how it is. I want to play against Belcher all the time? I did not say that, actually, so get out here. Alright. So, it actually kind of looks like Chalice is not even that good. It's kind of crazy, but, you know. I'll even one verdict in case of empty, but I think, like, generally, that doesn't even matter. Also, Wrenn is, like, kind of a horrible. Fury is good versus Blood Moon, so I might do that. All of the good one-drops are banned? No, they're just not in my opponent's deck. No. Also cut, like, Lonely Sandbar again. Nerds his strike the rich? I don't think that actually matters. Like, Endurance doesn't actually mess with Across the Paths, so I'm really not about it. They have Pyromancer Ascension in their sideboard? Right. Can I just run this? I actually don't think Wrenn is that good versus this opponent. You could, like, claim Veil is good versus Pact of Negation, but my opponent's siding in 4 Veils. Oh, maybe the 4 Veil thing is why I should actually have Chalice in versus them. To, like, try to... Alright, well... Can't mulligan, but also... Obviously could die. But mulligan this is just complete nonsense. Bolt? Oh, I should have cut the Bolt. You're right. Bolt is worse than, like, basically any other card. Except for, like, Solitude. Solitude's, like, clearly dead. This is definitely on the top end of hands versus Belcher, obviously, but I could still lose, you know, which is kind of terrifying. This wants to get Jeskai Triumph, and then we'll go from there. I think there's a universe where I should just only get basics, but it's kind of hard to justify that. Maybe I will actually hold off and see if I'm supposed to get a basic or not. Alright. Now I'm just gonna get basics. That was actually a fantastic draw for specifically Blood Moon. You know, it's like pretty easy for them to play Blood Moon versus me, you know. So I'm just gonna untap and pending it for 3. So this is going well. They might have Pact of Negation here, in which case I'll let the Pact resolve and then I'll refawn on the Charbelcher. But the problem is I don't actually have like a good follow-up, so if we have to play draw go a bunch after this, it doesn't actually seem that great for me now. Like, I'm out of gas, essentially, by this point, because I think you kind of have to pitch the iteration there. Because, like, if you get to untap, you definitely don't want to pitch either of these, you know? Really need, like, a card drawer now. If you let that resolve, you actually just, like, let them stack their deck, and then you lose, eventually. This was the Empty the Warren's Hedge. Alright. Aggressive Path is such a dumb card. Yeah, it's not great. Farmland was an addition because I wanted another land. I wanted to be colored. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to tap out for Fury, but I kind of think they're going to tap out at some point. And then I can, like, tap out for it safely. Use this one first. They Veil, all Counterspell the Veil. Deranged Hermit? You mean Hermit Druid? Deranged Hermit, I'm pretty sure, has Echo and makes a bunch of squirrels. Yep. I wish I could see their hand, like... Oh. That one is definitely being cast. I'm gonna fob those on their upkeep to keep them off mana. That might be wrong, but I'm gonna do it. You know what they say about Jace? It's greater than all. Fob insurance for Veil? That's fair, I guess. I didn't really consider it. They Veil? Guess they don't. They were looking for a Veil, I suppose. So I've used a lot of counters, but still think brainstorming is better. To just alright, the Teferi is kind of clutch actually. How do I want to do this? Nothing to fetch. I want to keep the sandbar too, though. I guess I just draw the sandbar off the trigger. So it works out. I have a blue fetchable left that has Hollow Fountain. Yes, so it works out. I'm not going to play the Wrenn this turn, actually. But I think that's fine. No, that's fine. I'm only giving up one sandbar activation. Right, this one I'll let resolve. Now I'm only really counterspelling Joy Vultures, I think. I'm down, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a total of... I have 2 more counterspells left on my deck that are cards that do things. Well, it's more that, will a single card for a Lonely Sandbar matter, I guess, is the question, right? Like, I don't know the answer to that. I think the answer is no, but obviously it could, you know? Oh my god, deck. I guess, I mean, I don't know. Right, this does not matter. Does Lightning Bolt matter? 4, 3, 3. Somehow... Wait, no, if I trigger... Okay, it does matter, I think. Figure it out. It doesn't really matter, but no. These on green matters? I mean, kind of, not really. I don't think it actually matters. So next turn, I'm going to just get another fetch from my yard. Fetch both. That'll trigger Omnath 3 times. That's 4 plus 4. The bolt's on top of my deck, so that's... Oh no, I guess just the fetch itself. Cool. Okay. It doesn't really matter what I do. What is this? It's like Chandra Awakened Inferno? That would be a good troll. Jax go smashing? Or? Okay. There's no fast mana in Modern. Alright, 2-0'd my bad matchup, S-Murph. Come back here at S-Murph. Come back here. All the haters. The bolt says that's fine to resolve too. Yeah, it's true. I drew all the counterspells. Whoops, sunk. Ah, god damn it. I didn't reply. I'm scum. Okay, I'll reply in Discord. Okay, so we are 4-0. One less prediction for the last match of the night. Will I win? Will I win this match? Not even Belcher can outpower the mighty dollar. You got it. The dollar is way too mighty. Too busy flaming them to your cat to reply. SMH my head. Shaking my head. Let's see. Also, if you're... Sundred, I'm not berating you, except I hate Belcher so much. Also, welcome back, my friend. If you're new to the stream, hit that follow button. That's free to do and supports the stream. And if you really want to support the stream, and you have a Twitch Prime sub, consider using it here. Or if you want to use a regular sub, use it here. All of the support's appreciated. And there are sick emotes in this chat, such as Jarvis claps, Jarvis clap. Yeah, I'm paying to win, but not in the bribery sense. I have a really expensive deck and it wins. Yo, Zypos! Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. And thank you for the follow. Or Kaifos. And we will open a chest in celebration of that new sub. Oh, Deicide and Smoldering Tithe. Is Smoldering Tithe worth something on MTGO? Smothering Tithe. The prime works every time. Thank you. Alright, it's 1.52 tickets, which is not 0. Get all these play points I have to burn through in the MH2 queues. I would say $20, but really nothing would surprise me. 35. No, Danny. I don't see the point of digital EW myself, but I don't fault people who do. Speaking of which, if people want to check out coaching for Eternal Weekend, I do offer coaching. Type !coaching. I think my rates are pretty reasonable. Alright, well, this is not how to do it. Alright, we're playing for the trophy as well, but I'm going to mulligan this hand. It's, like, not very good, I think. Oh, my opponent's Horus. Alright, I think, like, unhappily keep is where I'm at with this one. I don't think Legacy's that bad, honestly, but I understand the dissatisfaction of other people who don't like it, to be fair. So, you know, that's how it is. Keep, and I'll ship one of the fetches. Let's see, deniers go back to cube. Something like that. Inkmoth Nexus? So it's not Hammer, it looks like Affinity again. I mean, you should just play whatever is fun, I think. You know, just have fun. That's what Magic is about. Looks like Hammer? Oh, it is Hammer, you're right. This is not the best hand versus Hammer, but it'll may be fine. Depends on what happens. I thought... Oh no, they do play Omnath, that's right. I'm just confused. Yeah, never mind. It's definitely Hammer, I'm just being confused. Dark Confidant? Chat. Pog? Chat? PogChamp? Chat? PogChamp? You better get an ambulance, but not for me! Yeah, this is Nico Bunny's list. You better get an ambulance, but not for me! God, Dark Combat's so bad versus Wrenn and Six. This is the cast money list? What? What does that mean, Findgrish? Did cast play Hammer as well? Ground Seal? Yeah, Ground Seal's okay, but... Just gonna cut them off mana and do this, obviously. It makes so much sense. And now I'm just, like, really far ahead. I should have considered playing one of these, actually. Got baited in playing white-blue. And white-blue is good, too. Like, I think this is better than white-blue, personally, but... Yeah, Ground Seal is good, then. I mean... I won more with DHA Delver, but I also respect you the fact that you didn't want to do that. Alright, I don't want to draw irrigated farmland, so I will thin it from my deck, because I have plenty of cycling lands. In fact, I would say I would have all of the cycling lands. Alright, I'm gonna tap out this turn for Omnath. You know, obviously, like, it could backfire, but... Alright. Land. Alright, my opponent didn't want to play anymore. Chat! We're doing it! We're getting that trophy, maybe! We're obviously in very good shape for it, but... Ask if they would like one. I'm not going to do that. Alright, as I understand it, this is a matchup where a shit ton of my sideboard comes in. I don't think Fawn's great for them. I also don't think the expensive Planeswalkers are good. I also don't think Teferi is actually good. Oh yeah, Endurance actually isn't that good. Never mind. Now I think I'm going to shave on Teferi's. Now, so the danger is I'm shaving a lot of top end. So that might, hold on. So I have cut a lot of my top end, which is kind of an issue. Sometimes, but I think it's okay. Although, maybe I shouldn't even Chalice on the draw. Is that crazy? Like, just on the theory that, like... The thing is, Chalice is so good versus Hammer, like... Should I Chalice on the draw versus them? Like, Chalice on 1 is pretty powerful. Chalice is pretty good. I think I might cut Counterspell. That might also seem crazy, but I don't think Counterspell is that good versus them, because it's like kind of a mana efficiency war. Alright, I'm gonna cut Counterspell. Which is kind of weird because I'm cutting Counterspell for Teferi, but I think that might actually be good. Cut a Cycle Land? I could cut a Cycle Land, actually. Because I did cut a lot of my top end again. I might cut... Only Sandbar again. But that's like the best one to cycle. Alright, I'll cut Irrigated Farmland for the last Teferi 3. Because I also think like setting up Protected Fobs or Supreme Verdicts is also pretty good. But think this is a matchup where Chalice is so good, it's like so above rate versus them if you put on one that it's correct to have it even though it like makes your pendings and it blanks your bolt. So, you know, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, this is like low end of keep, but I'm still gonna keep. The other issue with this deck sometimes is your mana requirements are really fierce. So I just tend to keep hands that can cast their spells because it's like, that's not actually always true, is how I would put it, you know? Alright, Plains going to 6. One in Mole is kind of messed up though, like... Anyways, I think this deck is great, obviously. Not sure everything's locked down, but I'm still thinking about that second purge. This hand loses on the draw a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still gonna keep, but obviously I see what you mean. Fine. That's not an ideal draw, but, you know. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how it is, Matt. Like, obviously you're keeping and something bad could happen to you, but your mana works, which is like not... That's not always reliable, is how I would put it. Word. Okay. I think this is better than playing Wrenn and shooting that's per Sentinel. Yeah, the Spreading Scenes and Wrenn are obviously sick draws, but I think it's just better to seize their Saga, because then it shuts off like a Cigar's Aid Hammer sequence, which would be kind of bad for me, to be quite fair. I mean, obviously if they have another land, they can still do that, but it'll end up fine, I think. Alright, have at it. They took Wrenn and Six. Makes sense. Otherwise, I could just play a land, Wrenn, ping the Sentinel, which is a pretty good sequence for me. Outer Spear has arrived. I'm gonna give them the card to deploy this Teferi, but I'm just gonna plus it, not minus. I don't think minusing this turn is good. Okay. Okay. Did I just play Omnath? Or is that crazy? If I play Omnath and they find 8, it doesn't upgrade, so yeah, I'm probably supposed to just... If I'm gonna Verdict, I think I should just Verdict now. It gives them a card, but the Bob also gives them a card, so... And this is also enough pressure to kill the Teferi, so you probably should just do it now. Minus Tef on Saga, Verdict there. I think I can get a little bit more out of my Tef before having to use it, because now I can instant speed another Verdict, which plays well versus Saga. Oh, they just drew the aid. Sick. Like, you see what I'm saying, Tim? By doing this, I'll be able to Verdict away both constructs at instant speed without losing my Teferi as well. And then I'm left over with Omnath Iteration versus their 3 random cards, one of which is a hammer. So... Bounce Ace and Chalice instead. Nah, I think I can wait a turn. Also, I want to see what they do this turn. Okay. I don't, yeah, I mean, they could go get, like, Welding Jar, but does that even matter? Like, it's a little bit annoying, but Welding Jar is only a speed bump, right? Like, I think literally the best card for them to get is Welding Jar. Okay, I mean, you have a Pithing Needle. I'm not convinced that actually matters either. I mean, for what's worth, this is still not killing my Teferi. So, like, who cares, right? Like, they have to commit to kill my Teferi. And then I kind of just, like, get everything, you know? Pretty sure you're supposed to cast this. Not casting is just like insanely greedy for basically no gain. No, there's a Pithing Needle on Teferi. How do you suggest I bounce the token? But I should think about... Yeah, I think this is actually better. Like, hitting a land drop's pretty valuable. I think that's, like, really good, actually. Now I can Chalice on one. That Chalice of the Void. That Chalice of the Void. Like, now I'm just, like, in super good shape, honestly. Like, their hand's Lora's Hammer, but... it doesn't matter, I think. Okay, that kind of matters, I suppose. I guess it doesn't really, you know. So options are Ending Needle by paying X equals 1, which is a CMC2 spell. And then plussing Teferi. I guess I could just Iteration first. Omnath is so stupid. Yeah, it kind of is. Not gonna disagree with you, obviously. Do I Chalice on 0 now? Is there something better I can do? Okay, Chalice on 0. Second Chalice one's better. Not sure about that actually, but I see what you mean. Kind of looking for a Wrenn and Six to finish the game because I decided out most of my top end just trying to turn into a stack stack. Should have been Hallowed Fountain, I guess, but. You need Solitudes? Is tomorrow FNM? Tomorrow's Thursday, right? You don't think the creatures matter? I see. Maybe I should have done what you said then. Day after tomorrow. Yeah, buying paper cards is a chore. Honestly, this is like an extremely expensive deck. I don't know how much of you already own. If you don't own a lot of this deck, it's just so ridiculous. I got another Colossus Hammer. Basically, this is on lockdown for the Nexus. What? Okay. You're gonna attack? This is the new Jund. Yeah, this is more Jund than, like... This is more Jund than, like, the actual Jund decks, I think. Because the cards are just so much better, right? New Jund, same as the old Jund, something like that. I think seizing the Nexus actually makes sense. So, I'm planning on just solituding every single relevant card until they get tired of this game, pretty much. Like, I can even chump with Omnaths, because who cares? I mean, I don't have any Planeswalkers left in my deck except for Wrenn and Six. Yeah, my opponent didn't even want to play anymore. Well, what is solituding? Like, why do I care about the Stoneforge? Putting a hammer in play only matters if they have a pure still, right? I guess they can play pure still after, but then I just, like, I block with my Omnath and kill their pure still, and then, like, we don't really care. Anyways, easy trophy, chat. F the haters. Wait, Louie, you bet it no? You bet no? Wow, what a hater. Money Tribal wins again! Pay to win wins again, chat! Where is the democracy? Where? It's just bribery all the way down. Oh, top of the leaderboard? Yeah, you know it. Oh my god, such a good dog tweet. Alright, I'll share the dog tweet because this is a good one. Zoro does not understand 280 character limit, but he was intent on sending the following tweet to describe his mood. Look at that good dog tweet, chat. It's the best dog tweet. It was a bad bet with the odds. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that was a pretty easy 5-0. The deck seems quite strong. I'm not even still sure of the exact configuration of cards. Like, there are other cards you could play as well, like 10 out of 10 with dog tweet again. Yeah, that dog tweet's nice. So yeah, there's still a bunch of flex slots. Like, I don't know how many of this card you need. I think you need 2 fobs though. I think you need 1 to 2 purges. Goldfish has this as a casual 2k in paper. Jeez. I'm not sure you need Chalice or how many Chalices you need. Obviously, that was a good showing for Chalice, but you know, easy 5-0 tonight. Deck felt really good. Yeah, I think that's about it for me. I don't really want to play another league. Oh, you meant cost-wise. This deck takes a lot out of me to play it. It's so much energy to, like, play this non-stop. You know, it's kind of crazy. So yeah, hashtag no bad matchups. Clearly, wait, did I win every match 2-1? No, 2-0, 2-0, 2-1. No, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-0, 2-0. Yeah, I mean, you kill your opponents with Omnath, Solitude, or Planeswalker virtually every game, which is not the quickest way to kill someone. Yo, Keith, I just went 5-0 with 4C Moneyball. I don't think I'm going to play another league with this deck, but this deck is definitely your jam, it feels like. Maybe this is less of your jam than Hammer, but this is... I think this deck is really good, obviously. It's kind of hard for it not to be good, because all of the cards are just kind of... The cards are, frankly, just stupid powerful, you know? Like, the Fetch Shock mana base, the fact that there's, like, actually 4 cycling lands in this version now because I added Irrigated Farmland on certain people's advice. Jabberwocky's advice, actually. Hammer down. Yeah, I beat Hammer round 5, but my opponent also played Dark Confidant, and then I played Wrenn. The game just ended on the spot. Fairy 3, kind of a brutal card. You know, Solitude is just Swords to Plowshare / Shriekmaw. It's just kind of insane. And Omnath, like, I don't know. Omnath, I think, just does too much for its rate. Which is, you know, that just is how it is. So yeah, if I end up playing the Modern Showcase, I will definitely play this on Saturday, I think. But besides that, deck seems great. You know, thanks for checking this out. And, you know, I think I'm going to call it. I'll be back. I don't know. I'm going to try to stream at least next Monday, but before that, I don't know if I'll be back. So let's see. Let's fire it. Find someone else to raid real quick.